Sweet Moses of the Red Sea! Anchorman is back! You might be thinking, was that line in the original Anchorman movie? But no. I'm just that good. Anchorman 2, The Legend continues. I am glad that The Legend kept continuing because I fucking loved this film. Here's what I gotta say. Fuck everything people are saying negative about this film. Like, oh, it's a little bit tonally uneven. It's not structured so well. All that shit. Here's what matters when you go to watch a movie like fucking Anchorman. Do you laugh? Are you gonna laugh? Are you gonna snigger? Are you gonna chuckle? Or are you gonna laugh? Every time I do that laugh, I start to cough really bad. Need to cut back on the weed. I'm Ron Burgundy. I love Ron so much. Yeah, that's right. If you're a fan of the show, you know what's coming next. I'm gonna suck Ron Burgundy's penis. And it's gonna be a delight. We're gonna have a ball of a time. There'll be princesses, fairies, and elves. And they will be celebrating in the harmony of fellatio. I know, it's just an okay impression, but you know, I'm getting there. Anyway, Will Ferrell's back and he's just so comfortable with this role. If you've seen the first Anchorman and you loved it, you're still gonna love him. You just still wanna hang out with Ron. And Paul Rudd, you know, if I had a complaint about this movie, I'd say that like, Paul Rudd is kind of just a normal dude in this one. He was more defined in the first one, but he's kind of just a really laid back guy. But, you know, Paul Rudd is still fucking funny. He still has that thing about him, you know, he's sarcastic and, you know, he's sincere at the same time. It's like a perfect mix of sincereness and sarcasm. It's really interesting. Here's gonna be Ant-Man. Man, it's gonna be so fucking cool. If only I knew who the fuck Ant-Man was. Steve Carell as Brick. Everyone I meet now just fucking hates Steve Carell for some reason. But I think Steve Carell is still hilarious. Sure, some of his movies can get pretty annoying, but when he strikes gold, he strikes gold. I really liked him as Brick. They gave him a shit ton more scenes, and he is like ridiculously over the top. It's insane just how like amplified and hyper this guy is. You start to get concerned for him. Same time you trust him. I'm not entirely sure how people are gonna respond to Brick, but I thought he was hilarious. And Champ. Never learned this actor's name. Didn't really care too much for him in the first one, honestly. He didn't really make me laugh that much. But in this one, he actually had me cracking up a few times. Way to go, Champ! Whammy! All I cared about when I saw this film, because Anchorman is one of my favorite films of all time, am I gonna just have a good time hanging out with these guys again? I know it's not gonna be able to top the first one. I just want to hang out with these dudes. And it's cool because 3 out of 4 of them are really famous now. Poor Champ. So before, when like Steve Carell and Paul Rudd weren't as well known, and I think Anchorman's the role that made him a movie star, now it's like a decade later and get to have these celebrities in there. And Champ. So yeah, I just had a great time. It felt more like a hangout vibe, you know? Because you could really feel these actors doing a lot of improv together. These guys, you could tell, were just having a really good time being together. And there's a lot of great supporting roles in there. You got Harrison Ford. It was kind of funny seeing Harrison Ford in it because they do give him like over-the-top stuff to do. Christina Applegate is back. I like what they did with her role. They didn't just like kick her out of the film and just explain what happened in one sentence. Like, they made her a serious, important part of this film. Even though she's not really advertised in the trailer, you should know that. God, remember her on Married with Children? I would masturbate to her so much. Maybe I'll do it again tonight. And James Marsden, I'd probably say he's my favorite supporting character who's a famous guy in this movie. Like, either no one else could have played this role. That charming, kind of swaggish, old school thing about him. Yes. And there's just so many incredible cameos in this film. It's loaded with cameos, man. Loaded with cameos. I'm gonna give them all away for you right now. First cameo. I'm just fucking with you. I wouldn't actually do that. I would be such a douchebag if I did that. Look, here's the point. You're going there to fucking laugh, right? So, are you gonna laugh? Are you gonna have a good time? Yes. And that's all that counts. It's the funniest movie I've seen all year. I was filled with joy. I was moved by the sound of laughter. I was laughing like the Greek god Zeus, making love to the woman who would one day give birth to Hercules. That woman was Amelia Earhart, by the way, who Zeus made love to. That's what happened when she got lost. Let me get straight to the point here. All in all, I gotta say Anchorman 2 got it super right. Alright guys, thanks for checking out my review for Anchorman 2. Why don't you go ahead, scroll that comment box below, and tell me. Did you enjoy Anchorman? 2, I should really prepare these questions before I do this. And if you want to see more episodes straight to the point, click the link right here. Watch my shit. And last but not least, if you want to get updated every time one of my reviews or videos is out, go ahead and click on this button by my dick to subscribe. That's right. Click the dick and you subscribe. Simple as that. If only you could see my genitals right now. I'm actually in my underwear. Why? Because it's YouTube. It's just a fucking camera and me. I can do whatever I want. Because I have that power. Let me tell you. When this little legend continues, and by continues I mean, second go around. You can have sex for a second time. And you might need to give me like 2 hours. I'll show you one hell of a time. Take you to Pleasure Island. Mount you like a steer horse. Like make love to you like a bear in Tijuana. Like eating cheese off the body of Angelina Jolie's husband, Brad Pitt. Those jokes were legend. Wait for it.